The U.S. Congress returned to Washington Monday after the Thanksgiving break, determined to tackle sexual harassment within its ranks, following a string of allegations targeting sitting lawmakers. Democratic comedian turned Senator Al Franken returned to Washington Monday after apologizing for allegations he harassed a colleague during an entertainment tour a decade ago. Comedian turned Democratic Senator Al Franken, under scrutiny over multiple allegations of misconduct, offered a fresh apology as he arrived on Capitol Hill, while veteran Democrat John Conyers has stepped down from a leadership position over similar claims. Compounding the discomfort on Capitol Hill, President Donald Trump, who himself has faced multiple accusations of harassment, has doubled down on his support for Roy Moore, the embattled Republican Senate candidate from Alabama who stands accused of molesting or harassing teenage girls as young as 14. As Washington began coming to grips with the extent of the problem in its midst, following broader revelations of endemic sexual harassment in Hollywood and the media, Congress has taken steps to right a listing ship. The Senate recently approved a resolution calling for mandatory anti-harassment training for all senators and staff. The House of Representatives votes on a similar measure this week. With fresh allegations targeting two unnamed lawmakers, a congresswoman introduced a House bill that would overhaul the antiquated process for filing sexual harassment complaints in Congress to allow for greater transparency, accountability, and victim support. The Congressional Office of Compliance acknowledged last week that it has paid victims over $17 million in more than 260 settlements since 1997. But under current rules, accusers are required to sign non-disclosure agreements in order to initiate complaints, and any financial settlement reached is secret and paid for by U.S. taxpayers. Congresswoman Jackie Spears' Me Too Congress Act would do away with such requirements, and force a lawmaker who settles a harassment claim to repay the government for the amount of the award. This is not a victim-friendly process, Spear, herself a victim of harassment as a young congressional staffer, told ABC Sunday, referring to the existing system. Spears' legislation appears to have the support of top House Democrat Nancy Pelosi, who called for an end to the days of secret settlements paid for by taxpayer dollars. On Monday, Senator Franken returned to Washington to face the scrutiny of his colleagues, including fellow Democrats who have long called out the president over the allegations of misconduct levied against him. Franken has apologized repeatedly after a sports broadcaster and former model, Leanne Tweeden, accused him of kissing her and touching her without consent as she slept during a tour entertaining U.S. troops deployed in Afghanistan. 3 women have since come forward to say Franken touched their buttocks inappropriately. "I know that I have let a lot of people down," Franken told reporters outside his office in Congress. "To all of you, I just want to again say I am sorry.